Welcome, welcome. We're just setting up here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Let's see what else we can get going on this page today. What's this one do? What the hell? What's this one right here? Welcome. We're just getting set up here. Here we have our little key we've been working on. I'm not thrilled with the way these circles are working right now, though. I'm going to try and find an eraser for that. Not sure if I love this. I'm going to start a new Q&A. I'm going to think about that for a second. I'm trying to start a Q&A here. I'm trying to think of a good general question to ask everybody. We're going to go with the same design, but I'm going to try to draw it a bit more symmetrically. I kind of hacked this to make a short video about it. Watch that one. Alright, let's try this again. Timothy, welcome. How's it going? I'll shrink that, put it up here. There we go. This pencil's really dull. Has a good eraser though. Okay. Welcome guys, welcome. We have made this little blank key for this trunk over here. Now we just have to decorate it. And to kind of get it centered a little bit here. Doesn't have to be perfect. But straight would be nice. Somewhere in there. So start here, then we'll draw the circles. Kind of going for a clover design, as big as I can get it to fit on this sort of blank slate we have here. And perfect symmetry is not what it is all about. It would be nice to have mostly symmetrical decorations. But as long as we can make it look beautiful, that's generally my main concern. You can see the one part here is a little bit lower than the others. That's okay. They aren't very straight either. We'll just tune up the line a bit. And it's all just a reference for as I file it down here. Bring this one down. Welcome guys, welcome. I'll give you a little tour what this key is for before we start grinding on it. I bought this old trunk for $5 and it didn't have a key. I've made a couple others already. I think this is probably my favorite one. So we had the heart, the spade, we're going to work on the club, and then I'm wondering what to do with the diamond one yet, but we'll figure it out. We'll start with the club first. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hey, thanks for those likes, everybody. I'm going to take the back side of this tape off. Yeah, we'll start. I'll pinch that there. And this is just a matter of filing it down. I do like to move this here though. We could use some sort of power tool. I have sort of done that to get this formation already. And there's just something so satisfying about grinding this from this square down into these little shapes we want just by hand. This was the first one I did. It's kind of like got a clover wind-up key kind of action. And one more time before we get into it, just what these keys are for is this old trunk that I bought. They're not very complicated. With a little bit of finesse and grinding, we can get it to almost an ornate jewelry kind of feel. It's been a really neat project. That trunk is going to be a whole project of itself too. Unfortunately, in the winter, it's a little bit hard to get all the cutting done. Hard to see from that angle, but there are 3 circles on there we're going for. It was just my light position. I'll try it. Thank you for being here. We've got an extra long shift booked for today, so hopefully we can get into the right meat of this project. Let's twist it a bit here. Welcome, guys, welcome. We're making a key, much like this one, just with 3 circles instead of 4. For anyone wondering, if you stick around a minute, I'll show you what the keys are for. We'll flip this in a second too. So here we have their 3-circle design. Carved this key out the other day. They're not very complicated, but they go to this old trunk over here. And we're slowly and surely using a file to kind of get it where we want it. I'm wondering if I picked up the wrong file. That one's a bit more aggressive. We use the big files to get it sorted to the design, and then use the small files to finish off the features. Hey, thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate that. Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. If you want me to subscribe back to you, make sure you leave me a comment. The file is much more aggressive. The difference is it doesn't have a handle. This one I can put the soft handle on. That's okay, these big chunky corners are absolutely tedious. I'm going to switch up this Q&A too. Let's add a new one. There we go. Maybe we'll all see that. No pressure, no pressure. Hey guys, welcome. For anyone wondering what we're doing, we are just carving another key, just a different style. These keys go to this trunk over here. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, the only difference here is it's a bit stubbier, and we're going for a club kind of design. I was showing my father pictures of my keys, and he said, "Are you going for a card suit designs?" I said, "You know what, that's a great idea." So we have the heart already. We have a spade. I had this clover that kind of looked like a club, but now I'm making the actual club. And the diamond, I wanted to do, this is just a playful kind of art design. But I thought if I could make something like that happen, it would be pretty fun. And for anyone else wondering, I found the metal I'm making this out of on the road. You can see it was run over by a car. It's a chunk of stainless steel. Lots of metal dust here. Again, a reason I don't like making them fully with power tools is that we are in the corner of the dining room here. And cutting these with any sort of blade kind of makes some dust. I'd rather just clean up the workbench than the whole dining room. I wonder if we should get the angle file and sort of get in there. Hey, thanks for the likes, guys. For anyone wondering, we are just crafting a key here. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's do this little nub on the bottom. Start getting some shape going here. Just get the corner. We don't really want to take any of the edge quite yet. So you can sort of see the shape coming along here. Now we'll get that angle file, start digging down into that crevice. I really like this little triangle file. It's really good for shaping. Once you get the hang of how they work. So I can get this little notch going in here. I know it's hard to see, but there are some circles on here. Somewhere like that. So we're just aiming for the middle. It seems like a lot of work at first, but really when you get into it, it's not so bad. It moves pretty quickly. Now, cutting the insides, these holes are a little bit more challenging, because we do have to use the Dremel. I don't have a drill bit that'll actually penetrate this stainless steel yet. Maybe when the channel gets monetized, we can splurge. I'd love to put a drill press in the kitchen. You can scramble eggs with a drill press too. You could mix bread dough with the drill press, I'm sure. Can't believe no one's told me a joke yet. Well, we're honing in on that round. There is a slight balance I need to keep between these two sides. If I get one side all the way down to where I want to be, then hogging off the other side becomes more challenging. I'm sure it's the same with kind of jewelry making. Or any sort of sculpting, there's a degree of finesse required. We're slowly getting down to our design. For anyone just joining in, we're making a key for this old trunk. Hey, thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate that. Hope you're all having a good day. We're supposed to get a huge dump of snow. I think a lot of the population is due for that same dump. Believe it or not, I quite enjoy shoveling the snow too. It's a degree of satisfaction that comes with that organization. Quite the burr happening on the backside here. Alright, let's get this guy. Let's take off some of that dirt. Guys, thanks for joining in. I'll show you what we're up to here in just a second. Alright. A little hard to see. But we do have a kind of a club design on here. Like clubs from cards. Which is sort of what we're going for. And this is going to be a key for this trunk. Well, this is a key for this trunk. A couple others here too. On the mini anvil. One of my faithful subscribers did a live stream and I saw he had a mini anvil. And I immediately ordered one. because it was about the coolest thing I'd seen all week. And lucky for you guys, we got a nice big long session in for today. We're not even up to the point where I'd usually start. I'll give you a little tour here. So you can see we're starting to get, well, it was closer to this than this. So we're going to start working the other side. In the designing of these, the symmetry, this is where the symmetry matters, is the material you are taking off. Because if you finish one part before the others, you will leave yourself in a situation where you're having to navigate around something that's finished. Guys, thanks for joining in. I'll show you what we're making here. So it's the starting of a key for this little trunk. Bought that trunk for $5. I didn't have a key, so I made a couple. Fell in love with making them. So we're just kind of finishing a couple series of designs for it. I've never had one of those trunks that had a key, so it's kind of been like this fascination for me. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you hit those buttons for me. If you want me to subscribe back to you, just leave me a comment. Tell me what kind of content you make. We're at the point too, we need to clean that file out. Welcome guys, welcome. So here I have a little wire wheel. One of my tips for this is run it at a really low speed if you're going to be cleaning things with it. And this just pulls the metal filings out of the teeth of the file. And just lets it work a little bit smoother. Again, make sure you subscribe, because one of my awesome subscribers kind of clued me into this. Not that I wasn't aware, but there always seems to be really helpful people in my comment section. Screechy boy. Since we are working one direction here, it does get a little bit screechy. We need to switch out for something. We're going to switch for the square file. Just so we're not digging into that corner. So I can get some of this material off here. Again, we don't want to work a finished edge. We want to work both edges here and here to a finish in the middle. better. And we need this big boy to take some off the top here. All right. Well, we are getting ever closer. Should probably work the other side. For anyone wondering what we're doing here, we're just making a key. Actually, we'll try to get in here pretty good. Near finished. Trying to get it to focus on that inside there. Can sort of see it. Let's move it here. You can see the progress we're making. So we are drawn a bit wide as well. And that allows us to shrink down our design. There's one aggressive file. We're going to clean this while we're here too. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Move some of these. For no wondering, sorry for the haggard tape here. I don't know who of you might have a trunk like that without a key. You can order them for about $10. Okay, let's get down into this other crevice before we sacrifice all our tape. Again, this triangle file just works wonders. So it makes a nice little notch, which then allows me to turn the file each way and kind of work out, because again, we're working down to the point down here. Kind of gives me aim, if that makes any sense. And it seems like such a long way to go, but it's, in reality, pretty quick, if you think about it. Welcome, guys, welcome. For anyone just joining in, we are making a key. Just one of a different design. And these keys here go to this trunk. And I made them from this old run-over piece of steel that I found on the road. I'm very into free cycling. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. If you want me to subscribe back to you, make sure you leave me a comment. Tell me what kind of content you make. So I'm going to cue that up right now. Leave a comment. There we go. Let's put that up there. Welcome all, welcome. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate that. Again, if you make content, let me know. I will shout you out. If you're into crafting and what would it be, homesteading, creature catching, figure outinating, science. We do lots of science, always. Make sure you comment and subscribe. Alright, let's move on to this. We're just going to take the top piece of this off. Welcome, welcome. If you're just joining in, I'll show you what we're up to here in just a second. Okay. So in the vise we have, from this piece of metal, we've cut a blank, and we're just making another key, kind of like this one, only with 3 circles instead of 4. And this all started with this trunk I bought. I'm making a project out of it, but it didn't have any keys. So I kind of prototyped a couple, and from there we've been scratching them out of this chunk of metal I found on the road. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you hit those buttons for me. If you want me to subscribe back to you, leave a comment. I will shout you out. And so it's a little smudged, but there's kind of a 3-circled club design. We're not done the shaft part of it yet, because we want to perfect these circles as much as we can. And working up to the finished part of any sort of project is more challenging than finishing it all at once. If that makes sense. Makes sense to me. A little spin. I'll show you guys too. This one does work. The other day we figured out kind of the tooth part design of this. Now we're just working on the decorations. Here's a couple other ones I made. So we're honing in a couple different designs. It's been a lot of fun to kind of make these. We will have to retape it and design But for now, we've got enough here, we can work towards it. Oops, too far over. There we go. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It goes a long way for these small channels that like mine. So here, just go side for side, and slowly we're making our way down. Again, it's hard to see, but there is a point down here where these circles meet. Try and highlight them a little bit. So this is the point here. There's a bit better. Welcome, guys, welcome. You are not wrong, Connor. Problem is I don't have a jeweler's saw, and we're in the corner of my dining room. So, I do occasionally use the Dremel with a cutting disc, but it makes a lot of dust and smoke, and again, we're just in the corner of the house here. Landon Farrell, well, here you go. We are making a key, and this key goes to this trunk. There's a couple others I've made. And so for most of the bulk, I used a jigsaw to actually kind of cut the template out. And I don't mind using the file. There's something like relaxing almost to me about it. There's like a full control kind of feel to it. And once we get into it, there's a rhythm. And when you get in there and you kind of do the whole thing with a file, it feels pretty good. Like an accomplishment. Appreciate the comments, guys. Keep them coming. Come springtime, I would like to update the shed, though, so I can do a bit more aggressive work, let's say. I can come up with bigger projects. The trunk that these keys are for is actually going to be a project. I kind of want to refinish it with a bunch of secret compartments and finish it up all pretty. Yeah, they are pretty simple. It's really only this little part right here. So this goes into a guide, and as it turns, this little boot just kind of kicks a latch out of the way. But it is a really satisfying lock if you listen. So to my benefit, yeah, I can make many, many, many of them. Although for other locks, I just build lock picks out of windshield wipers. That's what we did just before Christmas. A whole series on that. Locks and keys have kind of always been a fascinating thing to me. Because that's what MacGyver would do. Where are they? I'll show you. And the windshield wiper has a very tiny thin bar in it that's the perfect size for picks. Well, they're not in this one. There we go. All right. So here's the turning tool. This goes in the keyway. And then the picks is a rake I made. Clicky clicky. So it's made out of popsicle sticks and a windshield wiper. Only because I thought it was funny and clever. And then the turning tools, they're actually made of a rake tong that broke off of my yard rake when I was raking leaves. And these keys are made from this piece of metal I found on the road. Because aside from being creative, I'm also really poor. I hope that answers your question. Sort of what crafting is all about. It's like art, right? I do the same thing with some of my videos. I make videos for another channel, and we kind of reuse the same clips to death to utilize how many different situations we can create with those clips. And that idea really appeals to me. One, it's easy to use one clip for many things, but it's like a creative thing. It helps your brain expand. I have a mini safe here too, that the neighbor lent me to do a picking episode for, and I cannot get it open. And it's just a tiny little key. So I don't know if the lock itself is seized or or what, but I've had some troubles with smaller locks too. Even this cheap. This was like $3. But I cannot for the life of me pick it open. But grandma's house locks, yeah, no problem. Neighbor got locked out of her house, yeah, no problem. Hopefully there's nothing in your safe that's too valuable. Take a grinder to the back or something. I just seen the numbers jump here. Guys, if you're just joining in, we're just sort of carving the decorative part of this key. Talking about locks. Oh, Landon, I feel ya. That's brutal. Hey, but at least you know, at least you're saving that money. But then there's that old adage, right? Sitting money isn't. You're kind of getting poorer if you don't use your money to make more money. I wish you luck. Mango Sheep, hello. Welcome. We're making a key, in case you missed that part. But Landon, it would be nice to, you know, maybe buy a nice lockpick set with that money. Good, Mango. Here's a couple of the other ones I've made. Let me know which one's your favorite. I'd recommend making your own. No, I'm kidding. If you want to go super pro, look up Lockpicking Lawyer on YouTube. He has leashy. I think they're pretty expensive, but you can actually decode locks with them. So it's actually a locksmith tool, not a hobbyist kind of thing. Although my first set I just bought off Amazon. A little clear padlock came with it. I don't know if you can get them where you are. They stopped offering them on Amazon where I am, which is in Canada. Jack, welcome. Stuck in a skeleton. Like, do you mean like in like a built into the wall? Oh, man, you should have no problem. You can get a lockpick attached to a gun. I'm straight north of you in Ontario. Way straight north, but north nonetheless. So Jack, are you gonna pick it open then? We were just talking about it if you missed it. I built a lockpick set out of a windshield wiper. And some turning tools that were just one of the teeth off of the rake from when I was raking the yard. And they work pretty good. Belgium, mango sheep. That's awesome. I'm going to add you to my list. I have a booklet here my daughter made me for keeping track of all y'all. And in here, I have all my ideas. But I also have a list of where all my people are from. Mango. Cool beans. Oh, well that's good, Jack. Trying to get most of the excess material off before we redraw what we're doing here. I guess we'll take a little bit more off this side. Trying to keep it centered as well. I think my design is actually a little bit off, but I can tell there's a bit here. I thought about getting a new safe. I keep seeing them on TV. Just randomly in shows I'm watching. Put my Pokemon cards in there or something. Hey, thanks for the likes, guys. Welcome, welcome, everybody. If you're just joining in, we are in the midst of carving a key. Forget that side, it's a little ugly. We're trying to put a club-looking design on this. And this key just goes over to this little trunk over here. Make sure you subscribe. This whole trunk is going to be a project come the spring. Alright, let's take this tape off. Let's put a new piece on. Fool! I'm going to make this trunk into a gift for my oldest daughter. I'm going to put some secret compartments, a false bottom on the inside, and then probably, you know, some inserts so she can change it around. And then I've designed a couple keys, so I made one and I figured she'd probably immediately lose it, so I've made a whole set of them. The key part, again, it's not super complicated. These two, this pokes into a guide, and then this little boot down here, when you turn it, that just activates a latch. But I just prototyped it using a jigsaw blade, an old jigsaw blade. I just cut it till something worked. And then, once I got the design of what worked, I just went with the depth of this, the whole alignment, and it kind of worked. So it might have been a fluke. There was a bit of, what do you call it? Engineering, bit of prototyping. It was pretty satisfying to figure that one out. I did make a short on it. If you look through my short videos, it's one of the first trunk ones. Should be pretty easy to find. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and thank you for the interest. I've been having a lot of fun with this project. Let's try to eyeball the center a little bit. It's not so greasy pencil. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be beautiful. Hey Landon, thanks, eh? I hope you guys don't get too much nasty weather. We're supposed to get a big haul of it. But we'll catch you on another one, eh? Thanks for tuning in. Hey, see you later, Jack. Thanks a lot, guys. I like that's looking pretty nice. Yeah, CFLOs, thanks a lot, eh? I appreciate you guys tuning in. There, that's a little more pretty. So now we know where we got to chase those lines down to. Hopefully I can keep the tape on there for a little bit longer. Probably not. We'll have to redraw it, I'm sure. But that's okay. Oh, and yeah, for anyone just tuning in, see there's almost 100 of you here. Wow, that's a crazy number. Guys, thank you so much for being here. If you're wondering what we're up to, we're just making a little key for this trunk. One step at a time. And I appreciate you all being here for whatever length of time you can manage. I keep meaning to fix up this vise. It keeps slipping on me. I have to keep holding it. Welcome, guys, welcome. I'll show you what we're up to here in just a second. I almost could have kept those flats. That would have looked good too. That's okay. One step at a time. Guys, if you're just tuning in, we're just making another key in my series of keys. For this old steamer trunk. I appreciate you all tuning in. Excuse me. All right. Come a long way from the square we started with, eh? Well, hey, thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate that a lot. For anyone wondering how you like, just double tap the screen. If you like it. I appreciate you all tuning in. handle is slipping here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, make sure you hit like and leave a comment. If you want me to subscribe, definitely leave a comment, and I'll subscribe back to you. Once we get one side done where it's round, that'll make it a lot easier for us to kind of gauge out where our top center one is going to be, because we're going to have to shrink it down a little bit. And then, as well as the sides of the shaft, they get brought in as well. Much like this. And for anyone wondering what we're making it for, just a little set of keys I'm making for this project trunk we're going to start. This will be an upcoming project in the springtime. Let's work this side a little bit now. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, make sure you hit those buttons for me. If you want me to subscribe back to you, leave me a comment. Thanks for the love, guys. I think this one will be really nice when it's done. So far my favorite one is the spade one though. I really like that internal design of this. The clover was the first one we did. Needs a good polishing, that's coming up too. The heart one's nice. I feel like I made it a bit too long though. I can feel this file getting a little gummed up here. Well, we're really getting there on this side. It feels... Looks like we're getting close to the line. And we essentially have to take the line, so... My fear is always taking too much. And then having to redesign around that. I don't want to make it any smaller than it already will be. Because they all kind of had the same width of the turner. So here's what we're working on. Maybe I can just darken up these lines. It's okay if the top one's a little bit bigger. Hey Mango Sheep, welcome back. We're slowly getting there, eh? It's a bit of a process. It's and it's ugly for most of it. One of my favorite parts is when I put the trim down the shaft width there. It kind of really brings out that it's a key. See you later. Thanks for tuning in. Just kind of getting the depth of symmetry here. I'll take a couple swipes right here. Our nice clean file. Okay, we're looking great. We'll keep working this side down and up. Hey, thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate that so much. Make sure you subscribe, and if you want me to subscribe back to you, leave me a comment. Tell me what kind of content you make. I'll shout you out. And for anyone just joining in, I will show you what we're up to here in just a second. Alright. So welcome. We are just making a key for an old steamer trunk. That's these guys over here. Hopefully you guys like that. Thank you so much for being here. And we're just trying to get that round. Ooh, squeaky one. So close, and there is a slight bit we can cheat, because as we put the kind of the bevel on these, it steals some of the round anyway. The violin's really working for me today. All right. Again, just another little tour for anyone just joining in. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you want me to subscribe back to you, leave me a nice comment. I'll shout you out to my community. A little rough to get it in there. Appreciate you guys tuning in nonetheless. I hope you're having a great day. Still a little ways to go on that. This one's feeling good so far. Now it's getting it symmetrical, that's the hard part. I can hear the plows going by. We're supposed to get some significant snow and rain. I imagine they're salting the roads. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Looking really good. Just got to shrink the top one down so we don't have the flat part there. I think we got most of the flat off the back. These nasty little burrs off before I get a sliver. And that does sort of give us some direction where we need to go. Try to hold it symmetrically down there. You can see. This one has to go in a little deeper. It never ceases to amaze me how something flat, well, triangular in this shape, in this sense, can make something round. I think that's one of my favorite parts of working these by hand instead of with some sort of machine. As far as final form, sometimes, well, I mean with all of them, I've had to use the Dremel to kind of even get a hole through it. But then to file something like that by hand is just super fun. Guys, take a minute here to show you what we're up to, and thank you for joining me. I'm just on a quest to make a bunch of little keys for that lock. A couple more here. One more I'm working on. Sort of going for a poker theme, I suppose. Got our club, our spade. Got the heart. And a future diamond. I'm not sold on the diamond yet. I have a couple designs in a book I've been working on. But everything starts as a prototype. Just get that straightened out a little bit for symmetry's sake. We'll keep the whole thing kind of poking above now. And we'll slowly start working it around again. And each little pass gets us closer to completing the round on top there that we need to get. Guys, thank you for joining in. And thank you for the likes. Please make sure you subscribe. I've said before, we are getting into that trunk. As soon as the weather starts to get nice, we'll be outside with saws, turning that trunk into its own project. Alright, let's end this one. Let's start a new one. Grammar. Stick him up there. Now let's do this side. What? There we go. Appreciate you guys tuning in. again, for anyone just getting here, what we're up to is crafting our own little key to this nice little trunk over here. Guys, welcome, welcome. Well, we're so close. We're just trying to get that round and somewhat even. We can work on the final finesse at the end. For now, we have to get the general design. Then we can get the key shaft kind of finalized, much like these guys, you can see. The shaft is thinned down a bit to accentuate the design, the decoration. Why aren't all keys made fancy anymore? Maybe that's a better question. I'm going to ask that one. Let's do a poll instead. Did I botch that? Okay, no, we got it. Alright. Back to the grind. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I'm just trying to figure out how these surveys work and the other things, the questions. I'm not sure if I'm actually hitting them. Not a lot of people seem to be responding. Which is okay, no pressure. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing it properly. Okay, let's flip it, because this side does seem to give us a bit more of a symmetrical. A bit more of this one edge right there. Just a touch. Again, this step doesn't have to be perfect. We will get that in the end steps. the more we can get the other symmetries going, it allows us to do that finishing part. Because it all comes together as one. We're hitting the flat spot now, so that's good. But we do want it looking more like a circle and less like a balloon. All right. Welcome, welcome. I think we're pretty much getting it there. And so from here, what we'll do to help us actually finish it is put in our little finishing notches on the shaft part. And just to make the notches, I just put it in briefly so I can see both sides. A little bit of sawing action. That'll just give me a visual reference in the future. I think we'll actually take this one back in a bit more. We'll just keep hitting it like this. I'm gonna grab a flat one. Oh, that is a rounded back. I want the flat. Let's clean it out here too. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I'll give you a little tour of what we're up to in just a second. Alright. So in the vise we have a key we're making. Very similar to this. Just with a different design on it. And those keys go to that trunk. A couple more here too. Do you guys like the little anvil? Let me know. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you want me to subscribe back to you, leave me a comment. Makes that pretty even. Hey, thanks for the likes, guys. I really do appreciate that. Any questions, even, just feel free to fire them off. If you're content just watching, that's awesome. So there we go, we're getting it. So bit more on that part there. What I like to do is put it in uneven, sort of at the slope where I need to get it, and that allows me to kind of work the high side. Alright, let's check that out. That's looking even better. Alright, let's work the bottom. I'll show you guys what this is for. Just making our own little custom keys here. Again, there's another little set. Let me know if you like the little anvil. It's one of my latest favorite things. Get in there. Appreciate you all tuning in. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, beautiful. Bit of a burr on the back. Let's knock him off. So I can kind of see it's still uneven. So we'll just start working the one side, leaving it up. And it's just a little bit of back and forth, trying to get that straight. And I know it was a little crooked to begin with, so no real skin off our back if we have to straighten it up a little bit down the road, which I think is what we have to do here. So I'll give you a little tour of what this is for. So we're just building our own little custom key here. Appreciate you guys tuning in while I figure this out. Yeah, we have made a few other ones too. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate that. Okay, I see what we're going on here. This piece has to be kind of flattened on that edge. And as a whole, it needs to be. Not too shabby. So we can go a little bit more. These ones are a little bit deeper. This is one of my favorite ones, the spade. I don't know, there's something so satisfying about it. So make sure you guys subscribe. This whole trunk is going to be a springtime project. I can't wait for the weather to kind of warm up so we can get to it. I'm going to buy some panel wood and stuff like that. Should make a pretty unique project too. I've been whittling wands for the girls forever too. So I'm hoping to incorporate some sort of magic aspect to that trunk. Having to use a magic wand to unlock the secret compartments with little magnet latches or something like that. Alright, we're rocking. Bit more off the bottom one. And I think we'll be happy. Each one beautiful and unique. This whole project started with that trunk when I bought it for $5, and I think it was supposed to be $50, but it was marked 5.big0 little 0 with a line under it. So I think they misprinted it, but I got it for $5 and then it didn't have a key. So I found this old chunk of metal on the road. And I whittled my first key out of it. Took a bit of prototyping to figure out what exactly to do here. It's not a complicated lock by any means. Got one done, I got more done. It turned out I quite enjoy making keys. There's a diamond one I'm working on, just the design for. I'm not quite sure if we'll be able to hack that in. And so with the spade, we wanted the club, and the heart, and hence the diamond. So we'll see how far we actually get with that. You can see right here, just still a little bit proud. should almost do that. Let's get the little burrs off of it. Guys, thank you for tuning in. We will soften all these edges later too, much like this one. So we'll add a little bevel. This is by far my favorite one. And we'll give it that brushed look with some 600 grit sandpaper. Once they're polished too, they feel incredibly satisfying. And so here I'm just kind of checking the symmetry lines. Down here has to come down a bit. I'm not too worried about that. The top looks pretty good. If anything, this side right here can come down a little bit. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And I think I will leave kind of hacking the outsides until we get some holes put in. Now I just need a minute to set up for that. Once we get 3 holes, that'll sort of tell us where we need to be on the outside. And again, this one doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be beautiful. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Brandon, I'm sorry. Is there anything you didn't expect to learn from all this file work? To be honest, Brandon, I appreciate that question. I didn't expect I would love it this much. That's about it. It's a bit messy. I mean, you nick yourself every now and then. But it's so satisfying to make a curved edge with like a triangle, right? To me, that's just, there's something about it. Something primal in me wakes up carving metal. Here's a little foot I made out of a rock. We're gonna build a little shoe for it too. But I think I just like carving. There's something in me that's a creator, and I just love changing things, finding them in there, you know. Again, there's the other sort of designs we had. Alright, I gotta get a little organized here, and then we'll get the Dremel set up. We'll punch some holes through these. And we need to get just enough we can get the circle file through and start working out. A key that'll fit on the multi-tool, like one of these little little wrench keys. I'm not quite sure what you mean, but I totally understand what you mean. There's just a good feeling. And yeah, boy, when I got, this is the first one I did. I prototyped these out of a jigsaw blade to get them to fit in here to work the little latch. Again, there's a little guide pin, and then the little boot on the bottom just kind of kicks over and kicks a latch. But once I got that to go, it was, yeah, one of the most satisfying things. I mean, I could order one for $10 that fits this trunk. But the whole process has just been relaxing. It's not work, it's art. And to me that's what's really finishing it for me. It's so relaxing to do these projects, if that makes sense. Oh, okay, yeah, right on. Multi-tool, that makes sense. Like a Leatherman. Well, right on. Yeah, thank you. Let's get our music going here again. Okay, I gotta get some water for the bits, and I have to get a towel to clean up the water. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Put the towel in. I'm prone to knocking all this over from time to time, so I tend to work in small doses. And yes, before you're wondering why I don't use a drill bit on this, I don't have one that'll go through it. So what we use is these little tiny Dremel grit balls, and we punch the holes that way. And once we punch the hole, I'm able to use the file. Hey Brandon, thanks a lot, man. I'll hit you back. I appreciate the love. Gaming Brothers, how's it going? It's been a while. The kids were sick for a couple weeks, and then I got sick, so it was a little hard pressed to do streaming. Okay. Here's our new one we're working on though. We did get the cart key all done. Works like a charm. Went grocery shopping, no issues. Same with the next 5 people. I unlocked every cart I could reach. Okay, we have to lean this. Let me see what I'm doing here. I love my little vise, guys. Need my little container though. Or a little container, and I stick that under here. Then when I run the water, because I drip water on this, what'll happen is it kind of flows down into that little cup over there. Right. Fair warning, this part does get a little bit noisy. But what I can do is switch the lights, so it's a bit more Shreksy. And as I drip water down here, you can see we're making a little dent there. I'm not sure if I turn the volume down. Does that... Someone let me know if that helps. I ain't trying to blow your eardrums. Oh, comments. Gaming Brothers, happy belated birthday. Last Friday, so you're February baby. Just like me. Shadow Death. Oh, welcome back. Yeah, here, I'll give you a little tour. So this is the little club one we're making there. I have also bought a little anvil. I hope you guys dig that. So there's the little butterfly one. Then we move to the heart one. And then the spade. This one's my absolute favorite. Yeah, I don't mind being a February baby. Yeah, so I was talking to my old man there, right? He said, well, it looks like you have a club, a heart. Are you going to do a spade and a diamond? And I said, you know what? That's a spectacular idea. So that's sort of where I got the inspiration to keep going from. And then I did the spade, and yeah, it's super unique. It's slick. I really like the inlay part. So hopefully the club one, it's more of a traditional card club suit. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for the comments too. Gets lonely up in here, you know. Yeah. For my oldest daughter. Hopefully by next month I'll be able to get outside with the saws without much hassle. It's been snowing and freezing rain like crazy. I've seen the numbers jump up there. For anyone tuning in and wondering what we're doing here, we are just making a key for this trunk. Oh yeah, I can imagine. I'm in South Ontario, so we get a bit more mild, but come this time of year, it's always when we get our 2 months of winter. And we're due for that big blast that's coming through your country right now. Well, more of the southern states, I suppose. We were cold. Some places here get cold. Usually it's mild till January, and then we start getting the weather. Hey, thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate that. The little syringe is getting gummed up. I think I sucked up some metal shards with it. Yeah. I do have a very Canadian accent, I can't lie. But we do kind of sound like you're Midwesterners, don't we? I'm also from out west in Canada. I'm from BC. I was born in Alberta. So I've kind of been around, and I picked up a lot of these different inflections. But we do have that classic, you know, you out for a rip, are ya, bud? Especially if I'm a couple deep, it tends to kind of really come out. What do I think about US and Canada potential of being very strong? I think we're already really strong allies. We have a pathetic excuse for a leader right now. And I think things do need to change. But I think the whole talk of kind of amalgamating countries, I don't think that's going to work as well as it does on paper. There's a lot of Canadian patriots who share a lot of same values as, you know, conservative Americans, but we are still very much Canadian. And, I mean, you guys don't want to absorb us because then you are going to have to subsidize Quebec and all the far east provinces we have. our welfare provinces. That's my take on that. Um, I love America, though. I love the idea. I just know that we're probably better off as neighbors, in my opinion. What do you think about all that? I'm not too political. I just know we need to change up here. We have an incoming conservative government, which I think will do a lot of good. We have a lot of same backwards policies that you had under your previous administration. And not everything is bad. It's just some things went too far. We have a lot of that here. It's not common sense. I'm all for people be whoever you want to be, but you gotta run a country with common sense. Yeah, I think we're pretty much on the same page. And I mean, that's not to say the joint economy thing, there's a very good potential we could strengthen that without dissolving borders, let's say. And I don't think that's Trump's plan. I very much think, and a lot of people here get it, that Trump is trolling. Trudeau and a bunch of other world leaders really clowned on Trump there on his last go. And I think he didn't appreciate that. And now Trudeau here, he has a 12% approval rating, which is insane. But we can't get rid of the guy. He changed the rules when he came in. And now we have to wait till October to even have an election, even though he resigned. Anyways, that's my take on the politics. Guys, if you're just joining in, welcome. We're just trying to get some holes through this clover part of this club for this custom key we're making. But as far as the politics, I tend not to worry about it because it seems to change every other day. And if you guys wanted us, there's nothing we can do because we don't have any way to defend ourselves. So we'll just continue being nice, and that's about that. And if the day comes, then I'll hang the flag. Nothing I can do about it. He's not trolling. Yeah, I think I agree with you there. Yeah, I think the other thing that Trump recognizes is that our country is run by World Economic Forum cronies. Everybody, so many of our politicians are young global leaders, as they're called, and you're right. And they're elites, millionaires, and they talk down to us. And I think he recognizes that. But our next leader, he's vowed to not have anybody in his cabinet working for them. I got to be careful what I even say on here, which is just ridiculous. But I hope we get changed before it's too late. Like, if you look at the UK and stuff, I can't imagine, worrying about what I say online. Even the most based comments are being censored, and people are being put in jail for, being proud to be English. You can't sing a church hymn outside. Like, that's ridiculous. I don't care what you subscribe to or what you want to do. As long as you're not hurting other people doing it or forcing people to do it, you should be allowed to express yourself. But it's when we get all this stuff in schools and all these different ideologies jammed down our throats, and people from foreign countries running our show. Instead of assimilating, we have to do things their way. I think that's just, well, then you kind of lost the plot, in my opinion. We don't need to worry that these aren't even, because once we get the file in there, that's when we make it even. We just got to get through. It's quite the process. Yeah, thanks, Shadow Death. It's kind of a touchy subject, isn't it? And I just always hope and pray for the best. Again, I'm a single man, not much I can do. And I just try not to let anything ruin my day. Or even aside from absorbing, if we just had, we had the North American Trade Agreement, with Mexico and all that too. If we really just strengthen something like that, then there's not even really a need to change anything. It all just comes down to trade, which is a huge part of both of our economies anyway. Like, it's for where I am, for instance, in Ontario, it's 2,000 kilometers, right? Like 1,500 miles to get out of Ontario into another province, which makes it hard to get just basic food. We have a lot of American food, and so it makes sense that we have imports. It makes fiscal sense. Why would you truck or train everything thousands of miles? Yeah, you're on to it. But I think Canada needs to become a republic as well, just as far as how we're represented. It's come to light a lot of people here are not satisfied. Especially Alberta. And then Quebec doesn't want any pipelines or anything. But we paid like billions of dollars for Quebec just to exist. And then half of them don't even want to be Canadian anyway. So I don't know. I kind of get it from all angles too. Yeah, you're right. And I think it's just got to be squared up a little bit. And the unfortunate thing about what Trump is doing is I like that he's trolling our government, but what he's done is put them into this fear-mongering mode where now they were about to be voted out, and now they've gotten this second wind by basically fear-mongering everybody into thinking that the boogeyman's going to come get us. Instead of, all he asked for was that we fix our border, strengthen the military, and then everybody just went, push the button, push it over the edge. And so the Liberal Party here has gotten kind of a second wind. I don't think they're going to win again. But it's frustrating because we were just on the verge of getting them out. And then now they've gotten a resurgence of popularity because they're already the party in power. And I've learned from here, from YouTube, talking to a lot of you guys in the chats here, we are so much more similar, all of us, even party-based, left to right. There is so much more we are familiar about than that we are not. And that's my biggest regret about things today, is that it is so polarized. We're so divided, even though we all love the same kind of jokes and same food, and we laugh the same way, and we love the same way. But if you find out someone is from one side or another, it's like, it just drives me nuts. You know what I mean? There's no need for it. I'll be a dentist by the time I get these done. Anyone need a filling? Vibrating the workbench. And as far as the polarized thing, I totally get it too, though. Because as soon as you say something that someone else doesn't like, then, they get all up in arms about it, and it's super easy to just get defensive. I get it. I get defensive too. Just human nature, I think. Guys, welcome. We've been rocking this key today, though. This was just a square when we started today. A square that opened a lock, and now we've got this beautiful design. I feel like I'm going to switch that bit up, though. Let's put on a smaller one. Oh, did you just make a pun? This is really turning out. I'll make the pun. Guys, if you have cavities, I'll get rid of them, but I will not fill them. That's up to you. But like $5 a tooth. Bring your own antiseptics. Oh, beauty mark. Guys, if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that like and subscribe for me. I really appreciate all the love. Let's flip it over here. yeah, that first one did take forever. I was still figuring out the streaming and stuff too. And a couple of those guys from that first one have been back too. Simo and there's guy Christian Truth has been back a bunch. But yeah, without Simo there telling me to put the water on it, and I don't know why I was so brain dead to it all. Then it just became really fun. I'm going to switch this out for a more medium. And the trouble, so not trouble, but some of the, why it's slow with streaming is the average view of this stream is 14 seconds. So the people come in, and I try to give people a fair opportunity to kind of catch on, you know? Because the last thing I want to do is bait anybody into watching my droll. No, we're still working the power fist here. We did get a new kit, though. I got a new set of bits since last time. And they're only like $6. I almost bought a new Dremel yesterday. They had a $20 rotary tool. It was corded, though. But I did think about it. Oh, I just see that now, dermal. No, my dermal is still the same. And yeah, I can smell this thing every now and then. But it's a battery operated, so for the $26 I paid for it, it's actually not too bad. And the corded one for $20, I don't know, I might still get that thing. Let the kids screw around with it or something. It's just the cord is kind of in the way. I'm working in a pretty tight space here already. And I might just spend the extra bucks and get a proper, you know, Dremel one. Since I found out cheap ones work good, maybe something a bit more creamy might be better. Yeah, I worry about that with this, putting water on it. A couple times the water's dripped down it. I don't know if that's why I'm smelling it, because maybe some metal particles actually got in the actual rotary part of it. We'll see. One day at a time. Especially if I find other projects to do. I think if I got a corded one, I'd just do cable management. I've been meaning to do that for this workbench anyway. Let's flip this over. I'm going to put the big ball back in there. It's hard to tell what's biting and what's not. Yeah, I'll show you. Let's turn the light back on. I've got the whole kit now. So we got compound, buffing wheels, the whole works. And so with that, yeah, we'll get into some polishing and stuff. Were you here for the shopping cart key? You can have that available. I don't know where I put my keys right now, but we did make a... Yeah, the shopping cart key, right? Yeah. So it's done now. We freed all the carts. I don't know where I put my keys though, so that's not good. But the polish on that worked pretty good. So we're gonna make another one, another prototype of it. This big one definitely works better. Guys, thank you for joining in. Thanks for all the likes. Appreciate the love. Oh, that's all right, man. It's been nice talking though, eh? Appreciate the company. I'm back now on streaming more occasionally. I had to take a couple weeks off. The kids were sick for like 2 weeks. So we'll catch you on the next one. I got about 20 minutes before I gotta close shop here anyway. Hey, thanks a lot, eh? You too out there. Stay warm as well. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're wondering what we're doing, we're just trying to punch some holes through this key we're making. This key here goes to this trunk. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We're back into the game now. And so what we're going for here is sort of something that looks like that. And slowly and surely we're just getting through it. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Holy moly, that vibration is horrible. Got a nice big slug of water here, and back into it. Let's turn on the purple lights. Just looks better. Guys, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the likes, y'all. Appreciate that. If you have any questions, let me know. Make sure you subscribe, and if you want me to subscribe back to you, leave me a comment. Okay, let's flip it over here. Show what we're working with. Welcome, guys, welcome. We're almost through. So we're just making a little key. These trunks over here. So this will be like a three-pronged clover, a club. Do have like a butterfly club one here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm gonna get back to grinding. For anyone wondering, we're just using a little Dremel and some water and a little gritty ball bit, and we're just trying to get through here so we can get the file in. Do me a favor and make sure you subscribe. We're making huge gains there. A few new formats are going to come out on this channel. Now that I have the time to sit at the computer. feel that in your face? And so what we're fighting, actually, the vibration is coming because the other side is slightly pushed our concaved side back in. And so soon enough we'll switch bits. We'll go to a smaller bit and we'll be able to get through here. Appreciate you all tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe for me. If you're wondering what we're doing here, we're just making a key. The custom little club design on the end. And this key goes over here. It's one in a little collection I've made. I appreciate you all tuning in. I can see them being pushed out on this side. So we'll just keep hitting it from the same side. So we punch through, and once we can get the file in there, that's when we can really get to work on it. And again, I don't know why we stopped making keys so ornate. It's like a little piece of jewelry for your house, you know? And that used to be a status symbol, if I'm not mistaken. I get that a big old skeleton key is a bit cumbersome, but... you know, something tiny like this. That's quite beautiful. Now we have little square ugly keys. Maybe I ought to get in the market of making actual house keys that are like ye olden time keys. Let's re-up that water again. Guys, thank you for tuning in. I'll show you what we're up to here in just a second. practicing to be a dentist and a locksmith. Both are forms of art, I would say. Alright, thanks for sticking in there, guys. Thanks for the likes as well, people. So what we got here is just a little key. And this key just goes over here. It's very satisfying. Old trunk lock. Make sure you subscribe. This is going to be a project we do as well. So you don't want to miss that. That's going to be pretty cool. Alright, we'll keep going a bit more here. When I can see the bubbles on the other side, I will take a smaller bit and start tackling those. Thanks for the likes, guys. Alright, let's do another little tour here. Welcome, welcome everybody. We'll just take a peek at the back. You can see our dents are starting to be pushed back out, so that's awesome. We'll do one more little scratch here, then we'll switch to a smaller bit. That'll allow me to kind of chew it from the back side. Fill up my water cup, and I am prone to spilling it if I don't just use a small amount. This little third one down here is so rough. I'm sorry for the vibrations, guys. We're making good progress, though. We'll sort of see how they're pushing out. They are indented, but the inside of the indent is just starting to come back out. Which is exactly where we want it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. You don't want to miss this trunk when we get to that as a project. That will be utterly magical. Now let's hit it with the big side. We'll go this way for one round. Yeah, pretty rough. You can see it vibrating like crazy there. Alright, let's see what that's done to the other side now. Welcome guys, welcome. If you're wondering what we're doing, we're just making a little key. So I can see the very centers of these have pushed back out. So that means we're pretty close to getting through. Once we're through, we can use a little file. For anyone wondering what we're up to, that's what this key is for. Appreciate you tuning in. Please like and subscribe. If you want me to subscribe back to you, just leave me a comment down there. And I will get back to you. Okay. Let's flip it. Let's work it with the small bit for a little while. Guys, if you're just tuning in, thank you so much. Please hit the like and subscribe. So we're just making a little series of keys here. I bought this old trunk for $5. It didn't have a key. They rarely do. So if you have one of these trunks, this is probably what the key looks like. And I crafted all these little keys from this little stinky piece of metal I found on the road. It was run over by a car. I picked it up so I wouldn't run it over. And then finally found something to make out of it. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Appreciate your time. Let's switch out those lights for you. Ooh, how's that? It is very fancy indeed. The water definitely looks nicer from this angle. I know I gotta figure out a new boom system for the camera holder. Right now you're kind of stuck to the same table. That's why the vibrations really do get through. So I apologize for that. I'm trying to ruin your aesthetic here. Let's pop that out for a second. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We're just trying to get some holes through this key so we can make it look more like this one. I appreciate y'all tuning in. So this key here is part of this project trunk. Make sure you guys do the old subscribe. This key is for the trunk there, gaming brothers. The next one in the series will be another shopping cart key. I have to make one for the spaceman. And then after that, we have a diamond one. I'm still working on the design. I feel like this is a little silly to have like an actual diamond, and it obviously wouldn't look like that. But for the club, heart, spade, and diamond, I wanted to do something more unique, but I have a couple others drawn up there. So we'll see exactly where that goes. But I tell you, opening up those shopping carts for like 5 other people was awesome. And never having to bring a quarter to the store again. I'm glad I can live by my own words. Guys, welcome. If you're just joining in, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And I'll show you what we're up to here in just a second. That's what I thought. I would just... So I'd basically carve out the lines. Or maybe the hollows. I'm not sure how I would finish that one yet. It would be pretty cool though. And I do have material to make as many as I want, so. I appreciate that. Let's give those new folks a tour. Guys, welcome. I'm going to show you what I'm doing here, and then you're going to hit like and subscribe. Yes, it is very cool. Thank you for liking and subscribing, everybody. Again, if you want me to subscribe back to you, leave me a comment. Join my community. Join my fellowship of forest creatures. Surprised the Dremel's gone this long, because I forgot to charge it. We'll see. Welcome everybody, welcome. 100 of you, wow. Please make sure you like and subscribe. I'm hitting that 3,000 watch hours today, which isn't bad for starting in December. Then you guys will start seeing more of me as a community, because that is one of the thresholds for monetization. And once you pass all those benchmarks, YouTube tends to appreciate you a bit more. So I appreciate you all tuning in and watching my project. It means the world to me. Like I said, I have a few other plans in the works. We are going to start the Bigfoot show. I just got to sit down and write it. And that'll probably just be like a weekly check-in, tune-up, maybe a few funny current events. Who knows? This channel is a little scattered, but I feel like that's what personality channels are really all about. We're getting there. This is going to look fantastic. It already feels great. So, not too shabby. And I can just see that we're going to breach these little holes any minute now. Hopefully our Dremel will make it long enough to get through there for today. And I'll be back tomorrow with another one if we don't. Tomorrow definitely we'll be back to finish this. We'll add the finishing touches, in fact. For anybody watching, that's sort of what we're aiming for. As far as finished, this one still needs to be polished yet. I got a couple others there. We've also made some shopping cart keys that allow you to open the shopping cart without a quarter. I don't know if any of you need that where you are. Here it's a pain in the butt, and I forgot my quarter, so I vowed to never do that again. Which is one of our new segments, by the way. We're not doing that anymore. It's a segment where we all collectively decide on something we're not going to do as society anymore. And bringing a quarter to the store is one of them. Who do they think I am? Some sort of quarter-toting pleb? In all seriousness though, guys, thank you for tuning in. Welcome, guys, welcome. I'll show you what we're up to here. Welcome back, fool. What do you think? We're getting there, eh? Few beauty marks there we'll have to polish out. That happens. We are almost through here. We're almost out of Dremel juice here, too. That's right. Or we'll just blame it on the manufacturer. It came like that. What are you talking about? Those are always there. Those gaslight everybody. What scratches? I've never seen a scratch in my life. I've never scratched metal in my whole life. Yeah, you get it. You're in it. Right? See, and then I can just do this too. Oh. You mean those scratches? Oh, they aren't really hiding. Sometimes they hide. Yeah, those are always there. Most of that material's coming out anyway. Oh yeah, there we go. What scratches? Alright, I think we're through. I'm gonna order more camera gimbals too, so that I can eliminate that vibration. Of just working on anything on the bench in general always seems to shake everything about. I mean, what shaking? Welcome, guys. Welcome. Don't worry about the scratches. They were already there. We're almost through. I'm going to switch it up to the smallest ball bit. that I have. This little guy. That should punch us through in the last 15 minutes we got here before I gotta head out. We're supposed to get walloped with snow this afternoon too. So it'd be nice to get all the out and abouting done before. Or as we say here in Canada, the oot and abootin'. Before the snow. Because we do have about, I don't know, about 9 million residents who don't know how to drive. Where are you from, fool? I'm up here, I don't know if I asked you yet, I'm up here in Ontario, in Canada. This is our snow season. We had Florida and Kentucky on. Okay, California. You guys got the opposite, like fire and smoke. What's crazy is where I'm from, we're on the same parallel, or is it latitude? One of those as North Carolina, or Northern California. But we have completely different weather patterns. Yeah, that's smoke, eh? I used to live in British Columbia, which is north of you guys. And same kind of thing with the forest fires. And man, that smoke will get you, eh? Not to mention when it's actual things burning down. It's like super stinky then. Oh, I can't believe we haven't punched through yet. Maybe it's because I'm doing 3 at once, but I feel like this generally is faster. Well, my bits are probably more fresh. How is that fire situation though? I haven't heard much about it. I'm assuming it's calmed down a little bit. Were you affected by that at all? Did you get evacuated and stuff? Yeah, I've seen that too. Just horrible, eh? We used to get evacuated because we lived on a campground in the forest. Every year we get evacuated. where my mom lives, they still get the evacuation notice. They get smoked out every year. Well, let's hope you stay safe. And for the people affected, I just can't imagine. Like, I've seen people crying and stuff, and that it melts my heart in that way. I don't like seeing anybody lose it all, or no matter what, side of any fence you're on. No one deserves to be uprooted like that. Well, give a little tour here for the new folks. Yeah, it would take a lot of resilience, Not that I haven't restarted my whole life at times and just kind of lived in a suitcase. But to not voluntarily do that, that's it's tough to do even when you decide to change your life or something. Nonetheless, when it's turned to ashes. And then, I mean, if you have kids and stuff too, like, and pets or animals, like, I just can't even imagine. It makes me really grateful for my own life. Well, welcome, guys. Welcome. We're just chatting down there about forest fires and making a key. Well, first we were talking about snow. We're supposed to get walloped. And I'm here for it. I got my shovel ready. I'm ready to go make a snowbank and shove the kids down a hill. But I hope you all are safe, all of my 97 watchers, wherever you're from. Make sure you're taking care. Also, don't worry about the scratches, they were already here. Definitely wasn't operator error. Switch that up. Okay, we got 10 minutes to do this. Is that the new one or the old one? It's been a while since I played any Lord of the Rings game, to be honest. Huge fan, though. I wonder if there's outages already from the eastern states getting blasted. It's crazy how old games are still as good as new games. Or better. I'm still playing Skyrim and finding new things. Skyrim and Fallout 3. New Vegas. 4 is pretty good. Something about those classics, though. I'm sure I'm up and around there too. I just love that game. My kids love it too. And it was so balanced, you know, as janky as it is, it was. That's what made it fun to play. You could play it properly, you know, hold yourself to the ropes, or you can break it if you want, or you can be cheesy about it. You could be whoever you wanted in the game. I enjoy that the true role playing, right? Set rules for yourself, and then it's a whole new game. Except you will always pick up a bow and arrow and be stealthy. In my playthroughs, anyway. I just like being sneaky. Especially if you play on like survival or anything, and you know, for the first 20 levels, everything just owns you. That's what I like about survival mode, is you're not allowed to fast travel. And you have the hunger and the cold. It really does make it a whole new experience. But that beginning of it is super challenging for me anyway. And there's just so much in the game too, that, you know, you can walk away for a couple months or a year, and the next time you pick it up, you just like, that intro music hits you and you're like, oh yeah, right on. Alright guys, welcome. We're talking Skyrim now. Making keys. You're finally awake. I love when the intro. I don't know if you've ever had it glitch out and the carriage goes crazy. Like cross your fingers, hope it's gonna boot up next time. My last playthrough here, I quick saved because I wanted to yell at a horse. You know how that goes. He was standing on the steps. I was gonna yell at him, so I quick saved, yelled at him, and he didn't move. And then of course everyone killed me. So when I loaded again, I was over encumbered by like 26 pounds, and there was zero ability to account for the 26 pounds. It was just stuck on me in an invisible amount of weight, and it's still there. And now it's like this extra, little challenge to work around is carrying 26 pounds less gear or treasure. I just love that about that game. Yeah, cursed chickens. Oh, she's dead. Okay, well that will end that grind session. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you're wondering what we're up to, we're just making a key. Don't worry about the scratches, they were already there. And this key goes to this trunk. Oh, you gotta do Dark Brotherhood at some point. I tend to always, because I turn into that thief, sneaky guy. But this time I tried to play like a super self-righteous, do no evil kind of guy. So I've kind of been avoiding that and the Thieves Guild at the same time. And then my next playthrough, I can enjoy that. How about that? Kind of like Fallout and the Brotherhood of Steel. I get so annoyed by them. To start the Brotherhood, you have to go to Solitude, and there's that Arvento kid. He's one of the orphan kids, and he's trying to summon someone. And then you have to go take care of the orphanage, the mean orphanage lady in Riften. And that begins, then you get kidnapped the next time you go to bed. The one of the Brotherhood chicks will come and steal you. If my memory serves me correctly. Well, guys, that's going to be most of the day. I got to get ready to go, but I'm going to tidy up the bench a little bit here. Enjoy the keys. I'll give you one more tour before we go. It's been a hoot. Fool, I love talking games. Make sure you come back. I'm going to come and subscribe to you too. I don't know if you make content, but I will subscribe to you. Well, right on. I'll be one of your first. should be back tomorrow. Unless it's a snow day. In which case I'll be doing the parent thing. Let me get rid of the water before the kids get home and spill it everywhere. And for anyone just joining in, we've been crafting some keys here. This is one we worked on today. They're all the same kind of design on the end here. And these keys go to this old steamer trunk I picked up for $5. Right on, fool. We'll chat again. It's been a hoot. These keys I all crafted from this piece of angle iron I found on the road. So it's been kind of a nice MacGyver adventure. I appreciate y'all tuning in, giving me your time. Make sure you subscribe. We've got other projects on the go. And once we get some nice weather, this trunk is going to turn into a whole project of itself. But for now, we're just whittling some keys for it out of this old angle iron. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm just cleaning up a little bit. I'm getting organized before we call it a day. Alright guys, you all take care. We'll be back tomorrow. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss that one. Take care out there. Appreciate you all tuning in. Take care.